The best success, for me, is not one trophy. It's not harmony. It's when players improve and grow. For me, whether we win or lose, every match is giving me a lot of information about how to improve. I was a Second Division B player, and I've had to work very hard. I tell the players, the moment we stop working hard on this, as soon as we stop dedicating hours to this, we'll fall. I respect Bielsa a lot. For me, he is a special coach. I think the best coaches in the world work in different things, and a lot of coaches, we cannot train like Bielsa. It's difficult to train like Bielsa, but every coach can learn from different coaches. But with Bielsa, I think all coaches learn something from him. I know my ambition and my passion, and to know how I want to grow up with Arsenal. Before Wenger came, Arsenal celebrated 1-0 and were based on defensive solidity. With Arsene, joy came from attacking, with players of good standing, and the perfect combination was the Invincibles. But over time, only technical quality and defensive freedom were taken care of, losing the defensive structure. When I'm asked to define football, I always talk about emotions, the heart, love. It's something you feel deep down inside when you enter a stadium, raise your eyes, and look at the stands, the fans coming in. A smile is better when you win. I need to learn to smile more. I need to continue reading books, and I like to learn about different people in the world, different people with success in and outside of football. I am very demanding of myself. I like to make a tour around the pitch before games to look at the architecture, the colors in the stadium, the sky, to feel the atmosphere growing. It was very risky and quite courageous to write a book about winning when I was still to win my first title. But for me, the one who possesses a winning mentality isn't necessarily the one who wins in the end, but the one who wants to win the most. My first target is not to win, it's to develop young players with our work. That was my first idea when I started as a coach, because with this work come results. Arsenal is known and loved throughout the world for its style of play, its commitment to young players, the fantastic stadium, the way the club is run. We need to push. We need to have ambition. We need to have desire to improve every day. PSG has got a solid project. Neymar wants to improve and grow with the club. Fans want their emotions to come to the surface. How? By their team transmitting intensity, attacking, scoring goals, competing, winning. That awakens them. Our demands are very high, very great, but I want to ask every player every day to give us more. In my career, I do not stop for news when it's not true. I know how you can feel when you are playing under pressure. I'm not the kind of coach who says, let's do a few piggy-in-the-middle exercises and go home for lunch. When I was a player, all the pressures I felt created a lot of anxiety in me. I didn't know how to manage that on my own. I think I was missing someone, a manager, no doubt, who could teach me to control my emotions. My first message is clear. Enjoy the challenges of each match. I was the coach in Valencia, and this was when Pochettino was finishing his playing career. And we met in Valencia watching the Chile training sessions. And a few months later, he took over as coach of Espanyol. In each profession, you need to feel passion for that in order to give it your best performance. Football is my passion. You need confidence to play under pressure. There's a decision each match. I decide how we are going to play, and it depends on the opposition. 30% their structure, and 70% is for us. I want every player to stay with the mentality and preparation to play together to win. For every game we play, I might have spent 12 hours working on the video alone. In an hour, the players have to understand everything you have seen in 12 hours. I respect a lot the players, their hair and their hair color. Wherever I've been, I tried to soak up the essence of the club, the town, and to transmit that to the players. I live football as passion and emotion. My dad always said you have to value and respect the responsibility you've been given. When I coach, I take that responsibility seriously because I know people have trusted in me, and there are thousands of supporters whose emotions are bound up in what we do. Implication is a cumulative process that generates union in the team and mutual respect. Either we all work, or let's just burst the ball. When we are thinking in an attacking moment, I want the goalkeeper thinking. For that, he is the first. The same when we are thinking defensively, I want our strikers to be thinking, we need to protect the goalkeepers. I want those two moments to feel the same for all players. Each player has this quality, this characteristic, to help the team as a collective. For me, that is very important. Success is to improve, grow up, build one team with personality, and then I want to win. I want to say thank you, Arsene Wenger, for your legacy. For all the coaches in the world, he is a reference. I learned from him all the things in football. To become a good coach, you need to win a lot. Being manager means living in the middle of the media attention, through praise and critics. This is something I live with. It's intense and very demanding. PSG signed me for my CV, for what I've achieved in the Europa League, how I've grown as a manager, and how I've made players grow. I'm essentially here because I have a winning record. I have met Stan and Josh Kroenke, and it's clear they have great ambitions for the club and are committed to bringing future success. I'm excited about what we can do together, and I look forward to giving everyone who loves Arsenal some special moments and memories. I speak to lots of coaches, but those are private conversations. How do you develop? I think that's about battling for every title. That's something that is in Arsenal's history, and it's in my history as well. And I want that to continue. The Premier League is at the top, and everyone wants to be in the top leagues. We all need to give 100%, and that's what I'm looking for from every player and myself. Arsenal was in a decline. We had to stop this and begin climbing. The Premier League is very difficult. Usually, I don't look behind every day. I'm looking at the next matches, what's in front. Every coach wants to win, but it's not easy to do that. My idea is to know every player and to know, also, the personality of the players. Defensive moments are for each and every player. Every player has their challenge to help the team. They all have a challenge individually and collectively to improve. When I work with players, whether their level is higher or lower, for me the most important thing is to know the person, what is in their heart. My first thing with every club I have worked in is to get a personal relationship with the players and then build a professional one. If you play every time long balls, you lose possession and you lose momentum. I don't want to be like that. My concentration with players is the next match. Focus only to work for the next match and how we can win. I think, in football, you need to be competitive. You need quality. You need to be organized and to push.